So it says here, because he can use any lesson to return us to the truth. He can use any lesson and find the gold nugget in it, just like the old prospector did. So it says here, again, how do we do it? And I kind of inferenced it a little bit earlier. I ask for the illusion which transcends all those I made. Today I choose to see a world forgiven, in which everyone shows me the face of Christ and teaches me that what I look upon belongs to me, that nothing is except your Holy Son. So that's kind of saying, isn't it beautiful? The face of Christ, if I see it there, it belongs to me. It's also saying, if I see separation, that belongs to me too. That belongs to me too. And I'll tell you, it's been challenging for me during this political campaign to not see the separation. But I realize that this is such a good lesson for me. And one, I choose at times simply not to learn or simply not to experience. So this has been a really good lesson for me. And I would hope that all of us would use this to see the face of Christ on everyone. And they were little girls in pink tutus, and they were absolutely adorable. They were terrible, but they were adorable. And I remember so vividly, even every parent, they didn't even have to have a Webby dancer, but every parent was going, aren't they so cute? Their little crowns all crooked and their little tutus, and they're, trying to do synchronized dancing and not being very good at it as they hit this kid next to them. And then they would try to push the other little girl because she wasn't quite where she should be. And everybody was doing the best they could at that moment. And the pushing was not to be mean, but to help them so that this would be a straighter line than a crooked line, or to turn around because now's the time to turn around. And you see kids do this, and the other kid just goes, oh, yeah, yeah. They don't take it as anything bad. They just do it. It's all fine. And these little girls, we were just all cooing and on, and they weren't good at all, but they were so adorable. And I'm always reminded of that. It reminds me so much when I think about what I see on the news. And I think about those little Webby dancers, and I think they're all trying to do their best in some way. It may be very awkward. It may not look very good. It may be very ineffectual at times. But I truly believe that everybody's basic, doesn't mean I condone their actions at all, but at their basis, we need to start focusing on what can actually bring healing. And I knew those little Webby dancers were trying the best they could, and so I'd like to hope that same thing for everyone I see now. Now, we don't know the circumstances, we don't know all they went through, but we do know the truth about them can, I believe, pull someone out of the dream to their reality. And if I start now with myself, then that's the gift I offer to another. So if I start every day saying, today I choose to see a world forgiven. That doesn't mean I condone any action, but I want to see the extensions of love with the calls for love, and sometimes I see many more calls for love than I see extensions of love, in which everyone shows me the face of Christ, no matter how hard I have to look, and teaches me that what I look upon really does belong to me. So I want to look upon the truth, because that's what I want to reinforce inside of them. I want to see that light, that nothing is except your Holy Son. So everything that they show me that is not that reality is not who they are in the first place. That's not the reality of who they are. And I need to do my part to allow my vision to be healed. So I have to extend it to receive it. So today our sight, look at that, is blessed indeed. Right now. It's blessed indeed. We share one vision as we look upon the face of him whose self is ours. Of him whose self is ours. So what it's saying is, what I see in them becomes my experience. So I can't be saying, what a jerk, what a blah, 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 and feel good about myself. I cannot know myself. We are one because of him who is the Son of God. That's not a male or female, that's not a male, I should say. Because of him who is the Son, who is our reality, the Holy Spirit, who is the truth, who is our own identity, that identity we share. Because again, as the Course keeps saying, there's only one of us here. You know, it's a hologram of the whole. Everybody represents the whole to us as we represent the whole. So it's time for us to stop justifying the anger, the hate, the attack, take responsibility when we do see that, because we're still egos. The ego loves to answer first inside of us. We're not egos, I should say, but the ego part of us does answer first. And so we need to be aware of its voice, maybe say, thanks for sharing, but I'm not going to bite today. I'm not going to take your beautiful fly that you designed, like Bill designs fly fishing. But I'm not going to take the bait. I'm not going to go down that path today. I'm going to rise above it. I'm going to allow, you know, your vision to be my vision, your face to be my face, to be the face that I see going forth. Because I want to be healed. I want to know who and what I am. So it's a good lesson to wake up every morning, especially, what do we have, another month or so of political, 5 weeks or something, 5 or 6 weeks of all of this stuff, to say every morning, my sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. What a dedication. You know, this is where I want my sight to be as I look on these things, as I look on my employer, as I look on my wife, as I look on my husband, as I look on, you know, the banker. There's lots of things about banks nowadays, too. We're still going through stuff. As I look upon the drug manufacturer of those EpiPens, well, you know, as I look on the guy who, the president of Wells Fargo, you know, as I look on all of these things to allow his vision to move me. Because I can't do it on my own. I don't know, can you? I can't get there. I can't find peace in the midst of all these seeming storms without some help, because I really believe in what I see. And I also know my vision is pretty damn faulty. Right? We all know that. So I need a vision that replaces mine, that leads me to heaven, not keeping me in hell. The Course always says it's the stairway of heaven or the doorway to hell. Which one do you want to take? I'd rather take the stairway to heaven than the doorway to hell.